they can actually pick up the Camille and then later go on for the Galio as well. This is really strong, and I think that is the cost ng pagkapili ng UAPH for the Nautilus instead, and Lilia might also get denied.
Yeah. This is a champion that we do see with high impact almost all the time. It's one of the strongest, if not the strongest jungler that you can actually use. That's why it has a very, very high pick-to-ban rate ratio as well. Sobrang pinaprioritize itong Lilia palagi, and we do see it whenever we see the Lilia, laging ang hassle nito kalaban.
Yeah, and now UAPH can have that option to pick up the Galio, denied from SKIDA. However, there's still a Leona available to the side of SKIDA. So regardless if piliin to at i-deny ng UAPH, mas mahirapan pa rin sila in terms of that adjustment that SKIDA can make. Now Galio is left open. Lilia, alam naman natin in terms of AOECC, meron din siya neto. So that will be an option here for SKIDA. Ang tanong na lang kung gaano ka-aggressive ang gusto gawin nila dito. If SKIDA wants to go Leona, they can be aggressive from the start of the game. Or if they want to go Galio, they can have that big impact in the middle of the lane game.
Olexite this time, gonna go a little bit more of a safe and scaling na lang. Ezreal ang kukunin nila dito. Ang ganda nito kasi kumbaga ang dami na sa kanila kaagad yung maganda kapag dating sa late game, and yung maganda din sa ganun na strat na ginagawa nila, mas kaya nilang tapatan na ngayon yung Xayah pati yung Jax. So now, second banning phase na meron tayo dito, FFP, UAPH, maybe they can take away the Galio. Yun na nga, tinanggal na. Maybe the Ziggs is still gonna be a good threat here kasi parang ganun din yun eh. Pag sugod ng Camille, pag sumugod Lilia, papatulugin nila lahat, tapos pwedeng batohan bigla ng bomba ng Ziggs.
Yeah. Although I have a big question mark kasi nag-Nautilus first pick ang UAPH. I know this has been in the past already, pero binanawin niya yung Vladimir. As you all know, if you have the Vladimir, you have the Nautilus, it's going to be relatively easier to be able to counter that. Pero we'll see what the next step would be for the side of UAPH. Are they still going to ban away the role or the support? Kasi meron pang Leona option dito ang side ng SKIDA.
Medyo mahirap ito. Uy!
Okay,
Biglang hover kaagad ng Seraphine. Lalak na ba nila ito para sa mid lane? This is gonna be huge if ever. And it's a nice touch as well to maybe just deny the possible Seraphine Sona combo na nakikita din natin lately ulit eh.
Yeah, and now Aurelia as well. On top of that, like SKIDA is just banking on similar champions na pinili ng UAPH a while ago. This is one of the options na talagang pinipili ng UAPH. So we'll see what the adjustments are currently because right now, kulang pa sila ng mid laner, kulang pa sila ng roam, and UAPH has that option to go for the Leona instead or opting to go Rakan if ever they want to have that mix-up with the Xayah.
Renekton din, medyo maganda ito para at least, di ba, maganda matchup to against the Camille na merong shield na pwede mong tanggalin na lang. And also a great frontline initiator na rin para sa side ng FAP, UAPH, and a Lulu to finally protect the Xayah. Kinda nice.
Okay, Lulu instead of other engaged tools. So it seems like they're banking on Nautilus para mag-initiate ng fight. Renekton as well and Jax to be able to support that engages for UAPH. But with the looks of it, SKIDA, Ornn, a massive pick for that crowd control that we're looking for in the support.
Kumbaga ngayon, parang mas kinakailangan ng FAP, UAPH yung Brom eh. Kasi yun usually yung pang-counter sa Call of the Forge God na yan. Pero ngayon walang pwedeng mag-block. Lahat kailangan magwatak-watak kapag sumugod na ito yung side ng SKIDA. And ang daming mga pang-set dito ng SKIDA. Yung Camille meron, Lilia meron, Irelia, pati yung Ornn. Sobrang hirap na ngayon maabot ng Ezreal nila.
Yeah, and UAPH ngayon papag-isipan nila sino ba ang tatargetin to the side of SKIDA. Because the thing is, if they want to target Ezreal, it is very difficult. Sobrang mobile ng Ezreal. He's one of the most mobile champions in the game currently. So it's difficult for them to be able to burst down that champ. But what else can they do? Right? Are they going to target the likes of Lilia? Are they going to target the likes of Ornn na napakahirap din ipatumba dahil sa crowd control and dahil sa sustainability neto mga champions.
I think isa sa mga kailangan nilang gawin mamaya is just actually get the early lead. Kasi kapag dating na sa mga objectives, mahihirapan na sila. Lalo na kapag nakita natin yung, nakita naman natin yung engage potential ng side ng SKIDA eh. Sobrang nakakatakot pagdating na ng mga objective fights natin, lalo kapag labanan na sa Baron, labanan na sa Elder Dragon. Nung hindi pa naman tayo maabot sa point na yun sa Elder Dragon, kadalasan na abutan lang natin is yung Baron. Pero mahirap yan. Mahirap ito para sa FAP UAPH, lalo na match point na yung SKIDA. Kailangan nila mapatunayan na itong draft na ngayon na gamit nila ay gagana na.
Yeah, and although the good part about their lineup ngayon, mas pwede nilang bigyan ng suporta yung Lulu in terms of the damage capability with the Pixie, along with that sustain, with that extra HP from the ultimate ng Lulu that could give that extra support and that extra life in HP for their ADC, considering na ito lang talaga yung magiging dependency nila in this game. And if wala na yung Feather Storm, there's just no hope for Saya to live aside from Lulu.
Yeah, well, it's tough for the Saya later on. There's so much engage on the side of SKIDA. You have a little bit of extra protection because of the Lulu, lalo na kapag ginamitan nila ng Wild Growth. Meron naman silang Renekton kahit paano, but they don't really have a solid tank. That's the thing, and that's the scary part. What they do have though is early game snowball capacity, or capability rather. Doon sila pwede, kung makagawa ka agad sila ng play ng early game, baka doon sila pwede makakuha ng momentum, start na yung pagbully. Subukan nilang pahirapan na kaagad yung Camille para mas hindi siya makapag-split push mamaya. Subukan nilang talagang dikdikan din yung mid laner dito, yung Irelia, para hindi na talaga makasugod din sa mga laban. And also the Lilia. It is gonna be a massive problem later on. But we wanna know your thoughts as well, guys. Everyone that is watching the live stream right now, make sure to place in your votes here. Who do you think is gonna win here in this game right now? Sa tingin niyo ba makakabawi yung FAP UAPH? Or mati 3-0 sila dito ng SKIDA. Magsisimula na tayo sa laban natin, and 1 minute into the fight, we see some plates actually taken in the top lane dahil nag-lane swap dito yung SKIDA.
That's really strong in terms of advantage. Kasi tingnan mo, 200 gold lead na kaagad si Zen Mode on top side just because of the gold plates na nakuha nila. And Chicken Enjoyer, I think at this point, hindi naman nila kailangan maging fed si Camille. Hindi nila kailangan maging fed si Calm at this point. They really just want Chicken Enjoyer to be that setup maker, to go in for the Hextech ultimatum, to set up the plays for the rest of the crew, considering na meron din naman silang Lilia and Ezreal for that damage dependency.
Yung nakikita nga natin ngayon, Infinity, yung lane swap, mas pabor na pabor dito sa FAP UAPH. We see Fate as well here in the top lane. Let's see if Yuzeng is gonna be much more fine now. But we see the gold, right? Calm is actually ahead by 400 gold against Yuzeng.
And I think despite this, at the end of the day, nakakasunod pa rin si Lonesome on the bottom lane. Kung tingnan din naman natin, medyo on par yung kanilang gold up against Zen Mode on a top side switch. So, despite this, okay lang for the side of UAPH kasi mirror pa rin yung gold na nakuha nila dito. However, there's a big problem in terms of the top side na UAPH. 500 gold deficit na to in comparison to Chicken Enjoyer.
Yeah, actually, a bit over 1,000 now in total dahil yung Torres sa may bottom lane ng SKIDA hindi pa napapatumba dito ng FAP UAPH. Now, Yuzeng, I think it's just gonna be trying to isolate himself at least for like 10 minutes or maybe even 15 minutes kasi medyo behind na talaga siya ngayon. It's gonna be hard for this Jax to actually farm up, especially with the engaged potential later on of SKIDA. But at least their ADC actually got quite a bit of gold dito kay RB. Is gonna be fine later on as well with the protection. But let's see. Kasi yung Renekton natin medyo gigil onti.
And there's a reason why it's a lot easier para sa side ng SKIDA na maging aggressive on their respective lane when they switch inside. We have to take note that Lulu is not really an engaged tool. It's not really that good in terms of trying to engage, in terms of trying to pressure. Yes, you have the Pixie, but it's not really good enough for crowd control. On the other hand, si Ornn, si Ezreal, really strong in terms of that poke, in terms of that aggressiveness na hindi talaga makakapalag at hindi makaka-extend si Yuzeng to defend the tier 1 turret on top side.
Lalo na kapag sa Ornn, di ba? Tatlong crowd control yung meron yan. Isa na nga, gagamitin dito sa may bottom lane. Double knock-up. Even though the breath was used, France is the only one to survive. Pero kay Jelly, medyo nadali siya doon.
1-for-1 at the end. It will still be even. But right now, with how much macro prowess na pinapakita ng SKIDA, nakakuha na sila ng 2k gold lead, taking a couple of plates in the bottom lane and getting the turret overall on top side of the map with the tower first blood. And so far, so good. Each and every single lanes are actually in the advantage for the side of SKIDA.
Eh, pinag-usapan nga natin kanina, Infinity, di ba? Yung UAPH dapat yung kumukuha ng early lead para at least medyo mabuli nila dito yung SKIDA. Pero kabaliktaran ang nakita natin dito, especially with their brilliant lane swap technique na ginawa nila. Kaya ngayon sila yung lamang ng gold 2,000 na nga dito at 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's just the flexibility of this draft overall. Kung nakikita natin, we have to put a note on Camille and Irelia na pinili ng SKIDA. Etong dalawang to, kaya tong na mag-split push, kaya mag-put ng pressure on the side lanes, wherein pag dating ng 4 minutes, pagdating ng 5 minutes, Ezreal and Ornn can go mid, and these two can put a lot of pressure on side lane.
And SKIDA is actually doing it right now, especially when the objectives are now available. Si Jelly, tuloy lang dito sa may bottom lane while the rest of SKIDA actually is setting some vision in the bottom lane kasi tapos na yung pag-establish sila ng vision sa may top side the river. They actually are protecting all the resources here. But this time actually, UAPH starting the dragon so far, walang contestation dito. Though Fate is gonna be here, places a pink ward there. Dominus ginamit na dito ni him para at least ready sa mga sugod. And Call of Force got knocking up too. And the engage is there. SKIDA still trying to get the steal and it's not gonna be taken. UAPH still are gonna be able to get this. Now, kailangan nila tumakas. Dito naman yung Renekton kahit paano. Pero Hextech ultimate yung ginamit natin. Enough na dito si Yuteng para hindi siya makatakas. Yung Renekton din itutumban na. At ngayon, SKIDA naghahanap ng pwede nilang patayin in exchange for that dragon, but they only found 2.
2 for null trades. SKIDA was able to take down 2 heads in their favor in trade for the Mountain Drake. And I think at that point, it's a better lead for SKIDA kasi nakuha nyo man yung objective na hinarap nyo pero kaya namin kumuha ng kills on that fight and even some tower plates in the mid lane to put a lot of pressure. So right now, our next objective, SKIDA trying to take down the Mimic.
Yep, makukuha naman nila ito. So far, walang contestation dito na UAPH pero na-push na ng UAPH yung bottom tier 1. So kahit pa paano, merong buwelo dito yung UAPH. Hindi sila masyado magiging behind in terms of towers. Later on, they can actually try and take down the Hex Tower of SKIDA. Later on, if it's gonna be used in the mid lane, they have the tools for it anyways.
Yeah, and at this point, there's a bit of a slower pace this time around. Wala nang objective available in the game. And now Saya, Lonesome, is building towards the Bloodthirster as well. And yes, my Executioner is calling siya to, I think, just give respects onto the sustainability of the champions on SKIDA's side. Napaka-tanky. That's Camille that we're talking about, Irelia, and Ornn as well on top of that. And once the Bloodthirster is built, ngayon, pwede na mag-ramp up si Lonesome. He's able to try and build a couple of damage items afterwards. But SKIDA looking for the tier 1 bot.
Left charge, ginamit na sa may bandang likod. Pero yung Camille, ang unang pinupunti na, pero nabuhay pa rin! Dito! Si Cam! And kayo makataas pa nga, and now they have taken down France. And now with that time for the onslaught is here for SKIDA as well. The tower's gonna be taken down as well by SKIDA. And now it's all down too late for UAPH to do anything here.
A lot of objectives, a lot of gold injected to the side of SKIDA. 2 for null trade. On top of that, a turret as well in their favor. And so far, 5k gold lead na ang nakuha ng SKIDA dito.
Tough.
Walang mahanap ang UAPH na opening.
Pero mahanap nila si Yuzeng. Buti na lang may counter-strike kahit paano, pero Arc and Shift. Actually dito si Alexite, saktong poke lang. Buti na lang may Honey Fruit, buhay pa rin.
Yeah. And now the only ones left would be the tier 1 in mid lane. If SKIDA will be able to open up the map, this would give them a lot of advantage para sa susunod na objective dito in terms of Dragon, or may it be the next objective on top side of the map. And gusto ko yung ginagawa nila. SKIDA, if ever that UAPH goes aggressive, pwede sila maging reactive, or will just call the ultimate.
Yeah.
Use up the call of the Forge God, and then it will turn things around along with the Hextech ultimatum. So at this point, SKIDA can just put pressure, focus on objective. UAPH put pressure, they can answer back.
Yun yung mahirap dito eh. Pagkalaban mo yung SKIDA, pagkalaban mo yung composition nito, ang dami din ng pang-counter engages. They have the Vanguard's Edge, they have the Little Lullaby, yung Call of the Forge ka na binanggit mo kanina, tapos pwede pa ibato dito ni Alexite, ni Zen Mode, yung kanyang true shot barrage. Those skills alone are gonna hurt the engage of UAPH. So even if they do have the Lulu for the extra sustain, ang hirap talaga. They have to isolate them. Divide and conquer is key. It looks like there's something that they're doing. So far, it is unsuccessful. The Sun is gonna connect here onto the Renekton. Pembara Reyes, mukhang dumadahan-dahan ng pressure dito sa may bandang bottom lane. They're actually gonna dive! The Renekton trying to take him down, but it's taking too much time. Dominus is gonna be used as well. And now Lone Star is gonna be here, scattering the feathers and trying to take him down. Call of the Force God gonna be used to try and isolate the team. Locking up wall, pero meron sa may bandang likod. Letting Lullaby, gagamitin ba dito kay Yuzeng? Mukhang hindi. Kinol na dito yung mga feathers. And UAPH, nakakuha ng dalawa.
Overextension, that will be the defeat of SKIDA on the bot side in that engage. And so far, kailangan nila mag-reset. And it's a bit of unfortunate kasi lalabas na ang Infernal Drake in 30 seconds time. And this will be UAPH who's able to set up much quicker and much faster in the Dragon's Pit. However, it's still enough. Efren Batareyes will come up in a second's time and meron silang option to be able to contest it as there is still 15 seconds remaining before the objective comes up.
Oh, kahit nakabawi ng onti dito yung UAPH, nakakuha sila ng ilang kills, hindi pa rin yung sapat, hindi pa rin yun sure na talagang kaya nilang pumalag dito sa SKIDA. But it is actually a good pressure na ginagawa nila since sila yung nakakuha kanina ng Dragon. If they in some way find a way to actually take down and steal this Dragon away, they will threaten for soul. But let's see, kasi topside naman ang gusto nila. Helios gonna be in trouble, pinned down to the ground, trying to survive with all the sustain that he has with his first kill, and actually buying a lot of time. Him is very low. Gargants is gonna be used as well. Hexen Ultimate gonna be used here onto Yuting, trying to stop for time as well. But now they have taken down one for one trade. Better Storm gonna be used to pull it back as well. They're charged, trying to chain CC this Camille, pero kulang pa rin. Grabe yung pag-stall dito ng Ornn, kahit pa paano dahil mag-gargants naman siya. So 1 for 1, but man, the fight is strong, and Fate trying to chase them down. Slow's gonna be there, actually not connecting onto anyone. UAPH not holding back. There is a possible flank, but so far it is cancelled by SKIDA.
It may be a 1-for-1, but in the end, it's SKIDA who is in the lead. Remember, nakuha nila yung Infernal Drake sa bot side before they came through sa top side para mag-react on that pressure ni Yuseng. And yes, namatay si Chicken Enjoyer pero nakuha nila yung trade back. So overall, SKIDA ngayon, 6K gold lead na ang kanilang nakuha up against UAPH.
Hindi nila pinapababa sa 5,000. No? Infinity talagang try nila i-maintain, still fully maximizing their the resource gathering, making sure the gold funneling is on point as well. Kay Fate, halos lahat ng mga kills natin eh. Kaya lamang siya ng halos 2,000 pa nga sa katapat niya dito kay Franz.
Fate.
And now, him, gonna be in trouble. Slow is gonna be there as well. The rest of SKIDA on the way. Dominus is gonna be popped, pero andito na. Call of the Force God. The rest of UAP is gonna be here for the backup, but it's gonna be cancelled a little bit. Hook not gonna be connecting, but Fate Man is just here, making sure he tries to deal some of the damage. He's very fast, by the way. Kaya sobrang hirap nito mahabol. SKIDA still has pressure in the bottom lane though, andun yung Camille.
That's clever. UAPH need not to go for the chase kasi you have to remember, pwedeng mag-split push to si Chicken Enjoyer. So if they overstay their welcome on top side of the map, pwedeng ma-push ni Chicken Enjoyer and once again get a lot of gold injection.
Yeah, the macro is just too good on the side of SKIDA. And UAPH are really feeling the pressure. 1-3-1 nga ang ginagawa nila dito, or 3-1-1 rather. Mid lane, bottom lane, and even top lane being pushed right now by SKIDA. And again, the pressure being built up, and it's just prime time for them to start this Baron right now.
UAPH aware that SKIDA is starting the Baron. They back away.
There's still the continuous push. And no teleport for either Baron laners natin dito for UAPH and SKIDA. Pero tingnan natin kasi mukhang sinusurround na sila dito ng SKIDA. Fire's Edge gonna be already onto France. Suju Barrage hitting 2 members. UAPH just forcing them to back away.
Yeah. Kailangan nila respetuhin dito ang SKIDA. Considering na napakalakas na ng state nila, 7K gold lead in their favor. And once again, one casualty can lead to the Baron Nashor being taken down by SKIDA. Nakita naman natin yung lakas ng Baron Nashor. Even if you are in a massive lead, once you take it down, you have the chance to come back.
No mana for FM Batareyes. Helios trying to escape right now. The chain CC is gonna be there, and he should be taken down. Though he's buying a lot of time actually. The Honey Fruit! But it's not gonna be enough. Now it's down. What can UAPH do?
I think they could try to look into the Baron, but Jungler's still alive for the side of SKIDA. Still a lot of respect needs to happen. Tas si Ornn nandyan din para sa side nila. So if ever they went into the objective, time can be bought with a Call of the Forge God. Time can be bought with a lot of delays. Meron silang tier 1 turret still in mid lane and top side of the map. So it's not that easy to go for the objective.
UAPH right now, even if they got the kill, nothing can be done. Just SKIDA waiting for the Irelia to actually respawn back up. And it's gonna be tough. Babalik na naman siya sa pag-split push or pupush siya na mid lane. 1-3-1 na naman yung SKIDA dito. Isolating the members of UAPH, and that's the luxury that you have with this kind of composition. And you did mention this a while ago, Infinity, and so far it's just textbook play.
Outside.
Top lane 3 versus 1, but the stall is really good on the side of Helios. Susubukan nila patayin na ito, and finally they are successful with it, but they invested so much to actually take him down. And medyo pulado na dito si him. Susubukan nila tumugod kahit pa paano kasi may numbers advantage naman sila. Fran's gonna be using the stasis to buy some time. Won't be able to pop in the lilting lullaby, but the Vanguard is gonna be here to charge as well for the knockup. 4 versus 5, and they are just melting the members of UAPH. It's only 2 members remaining alive. Him trying desperately to take down even one more member, but it's not gonna be enough, and SKIDA wins the fight.
Oh, once again, this is what we're mentioning, yung Call of the Forge God, along with a lot of these crowd controls and these chasing potential ng side ng SKIDA, kayang i-turn around ang laban, and how the time was bought by Efren Bata Reyes. It's all part of the plan, and now Baron will be open.
Oh man, for absolutely free. There's nothing that Hikari can do about this anymore. And sakto na nga, on the way na nga si Cam dito sa may bottom side river natin. Kasi available naman yung Ocean Dragon.
Ocean Dragon will be available for both teams. Soul will not exist this time, as Infernal Dragon is towards the side of SKIDA, and Mountain Drake is for the side of UAPH. So ngayon, Ocean Dragon, extra buff na lang to para sa either one of these teams, but in the end, it will be really good for the side of SKIDA for that extra sustain kung gustuhin nila tukunin. And on top of that, I mean, they have the tier 2 turret along the mid lane and the bot lane, so Dragon could definitely be an easy time for this team to be able to take down.
Trabaho na lang dito si Yuzeng, trying to take or push the top side para at least hindi ka agad makapag-transfer doon or makapag-rotate yung SKIDA. Pero yung Torre dito sa may mid lane is already melting, 1,000 HP remaining. They're desperately trying to defend, but the bottom lane is gonna be pushed here by Calm as well. And it's really tough for UAPH. Ito yung mahirap kapag may T-Hex yung kalaban. The push is gonna be much easier, the minions are gonna be much stronger, and SKIDA fully utilizing the advantage that they have. No contestation anymore here in the push in the mid lane. UAPH cannot defend even though they're trying really hard.
It's very difficult, and now the next target para sa side ng SKIDA would be the inhib turret in the bottom lane as minions are pouring in. Medyo mahirapan dito ang UAPH. They cannot put their jacks in the mid lane.
They're trying to end SKIDA after taking the inhibitor tower. The engage is going to be there. So many low HP members on the side of UAPH, but the damage of Fate is starting to be too much. Feathers going to be used at least to scatter along the area, and it so far zones the members of SKIDA. Pero yung Nexus natin medyo inatakan na the flash in by Franz, but actually won't be able to do anything. And the Fate popping in the ult, putting everyone to sleep, and then the Call of the Forge God to take down the Jax. FAP, UAPH, they have tried desperately, but everything just went into despair. SKIDA, though overextending a bit, will lose 2 members of their side. Will have to back away for now.
Yeah, back away for now. UAPH was able to defend successfully, but Crystal will be the only ones left in their base, along with the turrets on top side. May objective pa rin available dito. Don't chase UAPH. Look at the bot lane. Super minions are pouring in.
Coming wave yan. Someone has to back away. Someone has to recall. SKIDA is gonna be trying to cancel the recall kasi alam nila, apat yung mga andito. 70 seconds pa bago magbuhay yung Jax. And now they're gonna try to engage. The rest is gonna be there. And the Renek actually a little bit low. FM Battery is popping in. The Vanguard's edge, splitting up the members here of UAPH. Hickett actually doing a really good job in shielding some of the members of UAPH. Pero yung Blade Caller is gonna take down the Irelia finally.
Minions.
But the minions yun na nga, Infinity. Magkakaroon ba ng minions? Kung wala naman, nandyan naman yung Jax.
Yeah, for now, so far, so good. The Elder Drake will come up next, along with the Baron in 40 seconds. And this time, that will be really important, especially if UAPH wants to turn things around. The Elder Drake will be one of the keys.
Teleport actually bought there by Helios. Mukhang may gusto silang iplano na gawin sa UAPH. Kung magkamali sila, kung hayaan nila yung wave sa top lane or bottom lane na mag-push, makapasok sa Nexus. Kasi ngayon, big pressure yung Elder Dragon. Call of the Forge God again, trying to split up the members of UAPH to 6,000 remaining, 4,000. SKIDA trying to enter the pit. Who will get the Elder Dragon? UAPH trying to take them down. Still UAPH! Now the Dragon's breath. Everyone's gonna be put to sleep. But again, they have to take note the large amount of minions in the bottom lane. They have to go there. And SKIDA will take this time to actually walk away.
Yeah, for now, it is good enough. A 2-for-2 trade. They got the Elder Drake. They have to capitalize on it later on para sa Baron that they could start up in a few. So that will be something that can cling the hopes for UAPH to turn things around.
Baron versus Elder Dragon, which will prevail? If SKIDA is gonna be able to take this down, because so far, they will cancel it for now. Big threat din kasi Infinity yung Elder Dragon na yan. We saw the damage. We see now Lonesome actually doing quite a bit. And RB, this guy actually has improved so much, especially in the series.
You have to.
Especially in a short amount of time. Now actually trying to take down this Baron Nashor. So it took a bit too much damage. So many shields are going to be used towards him already. Teleport going to be incoming from Helios. Will they be able to take the Baron down? Yes, they do. So double buff na meron dito para sa UAPH. But there's a wave into the mid lane, wave into the bottom lane. They're trying to force in the team fight as SKIDA is looking to back away. Now the orange is going to be the target. It's going to be taken down as well. 2 members taken out on SKIDA. UAPH has to defend though. They do have the Renekton. Kaya okay lang ito para sa kanila.
Yeah, and that would be really good for the side of UAPH. Nakuha nila yung Elder Drake and they went straight into the Baron Nashor. I think that's really important to take note kasi yung nandoon yung Baron, patay si Fate during that time. And I think that was the opening for UAPH to take a free objective off their own. And yes, SKIDA opting and wanting to deny it, but it's not enough without a smite.
Grabe na ngayon yung kiting ability na pinapakita din dito ni Lonesome now with that they do have the Baron, the T-Hex rather. Push, gonna be much easier. Ito yung breathing time ngayon, yung oras para makahinga yung UAPH at makabawi kahit papano. SKIDA now trying to defend. Inhibitor tower gonna be pushed here by UAPH. But they have to force a fight. Call out the 4 shot, gonna be used by teleport na rin dito ng Jax. Susubukan nila mag-force nga ng 5 versus 5. Pero may pa silang additional buff. Yung TX nagle-laser na nga. And everyone from SKIDA is gonna be walking away. Pero the damage that letting Lanam is gonna do a lot of things actually in this fight. SKIDA still looking to walk away. Fate gonna be taken down. UAPH still gonna focus on to the Nexus. They're trying to redeem themselves. They're really close to this goal. SKIDA looking to cancel everything right now. As Evan Batare still auto-attacking the members of UAPH. Or it's gonna be taken down. T-Hex still trying to take out one more. Lonesome actually popping up for one more time. And it's only Calm remaining alive. Not enough. The series is not yet done. UAPH still lives.
What a game on our hands. UAPH, one fight, one objective, turned the tides in their favor and won them that game. Elder Drake Baron, an absolute win for the likes of UAPH to turn this into one more game. What a fantastic way to end it for game number 3.
Yun nga, nahirapan na kanina yung UAPH pero pagdating sa mga crucial objective fights, we actually saw them pop up in the Elder Dragon fight, into the Baron fight. Great securement as well by Lonesome of all people to secure that Baron a while ago. That was pivotal for their victory as well.
Yeah. So basically, naging tide turner doon was the Elder Drake. Was pretty much. And I think that's what we mentioned. Pag nakuha nila Elder Drake, that is an option to finish.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing the highlights here, everyone. So many things to talk about here. We saw a great amount of team fight pressure from SKIDA. Pero after ng Elder Dragon Steel, talaga yun na eh. Bawi ka agad UAPH.
Yeah. And I mean, nakakasunod naman sila, especially for the likes of Lonesome. Kung tutuusin towards the latter part of the game, even ang gold ni Lonesome, pati ni Zen Mode, hindi sila nagkakalayo. So it's pretty much just the difference of the goals of other members, especially the top side of the map kung saan walang nagawa si Yuseng kanina. Kasi dahil sa switching lanes na ginawa ni Zen Mode kasama ni Ornn on top side, di siya nakapag-farm, di siya nakakuha ng XP. So it's pretty much just that Elder Drake.
Yun na nga eh. Saka sobrang crucial din yung laban na yun, Infinity kasi napupush na nga yung top lane, napupush na yung mid lane, and yung bottom lane din. Nung lumaban sila sa Elder Dragon. Tapos nagkaroon pa ng fight, medyo na-extend pa yun ng onte. Buti na lang, nanalo sila sa fight na yun, na-force sila yung SKIDA na umatras kasi dun sila nagkaroon ng oras na mag-defend. Tapos saktong-sakto, sapat yung oras ng pag-reset nila, papunta ng Baron, and dun pa sila nakakontest at nakakuha pa ng objective.
Yeah. And SKIDA overall, I still want to tip my hats kung anong ginawa nila all throughout that matchup. Kasi, one, hindi nila binigyan ng enough breathing room si Yuseng para makapag-farm or makapag-XP. Number 2, they were able to play a lot of these macro plays, especially si EBR, si Efren Bata Reyes, the Magician. Ang ginagawa niya sa mga places wherein he's just buying a lot of time for his team to respond. That's 2 times in a row na ginawa niya yun kung saan gusto i-gank siya ng UAPH. Pero namatay nga siya but he bought a lot of precious time para ma-turn around ng SKIDA, such as this kung saan Call of the Forge God nag-start yun. UAPH pinilit nila, pero nakabawi ang SKIDA.
Kaya dun nga natin mako-commend yung SKIDA kahit paano, di ba? Kahit natalo sila dito, lagi natin nakikita yung sobrang gandang synergy ng mga members ng teams na ito. But a lot more things are going to be talked about for sure in this game. But we are going to be passing it to our hosts right now, to Butters and Osiris. Hosts, take it away.
Guys, alam niyo na. Pag sila ang nagkakas, bumabawi.
Nanalo din eh. Nanalo yung UAPH. Sabi na nga ba, babawi yun eh. Pumili ng lulo eh.
Oo. Pag naglulo ka, malakas talaga yun.
Malakas
cover
talaga.
up yun. Nung burst na meron dito, yung Irelia, kaya hindi nila matapos yung trabaho eh. Makunat yung mga fighters mo, andun si Tonton, tapos meron ka pang lulo.
Kumbaga, gamitin nyo dyan sa comment section, ang hashtag Lulu no counter.
Lulo no counter. And eto rin syempre nakita na rin natin yung Zaya repeatedly. Meron siyang panakas, may bloodthirster, yung inuuna nga nila in terms of survivability. Wild growth plus a bloodthirster, Featherstorm, 10-1-7. Muntikan na maging untouchable si Lone Sam.
Hindi din nila ma-takedown si Hikari dito dahil nga naman that is the least of your worries. Kung parang hindi mo din talaga siya tatargetin. At ang playstyle naman din talaga ng Lulu is hindi naman din talaga siya haharap eh. Hahanapin niya lang si Lonesome dito, try to utilize yung kanyang ultimate kay Lonesome or kung sino man yung ma-take down doon sa may gitna. And try to, just salvage the game or the clash if ever kung losing man kayo or not. Ngayon, para dito sa side ng, SKIDA. Si SKIDA, ang daming times na kaya na sana nilang tapusin, pero kasi may mga times na nagsosolo, sila Efren Bata Reyes, na ang lakas kasi ng pick-off capability talaga ng mga members ng side ng UAPH eh. Meron silang Nautilus, meron silang Jax, meron silang Renekton. So, if ever man mag-overstep ka kahit papano, you can always think na, teka lang, masastan ako. Yun yung kailangan mong isipin lagi.
Tingnan mo, halos kundi lang yung damage ni Efren Bata compared sa Game 1 and Game 2 na extra siya sa mga may malaking ambag. And dahil nga, finokus siya ng tuluyan ng taga UAPH, halos lahat nung champion na yan pwede may pag 1v1. And yun nga, nagawa rin ni Lulu yung goal niya. Pag naglululo ka kasi, nagtatago ka eh. Hindi ka dapat nagpapahuli kasi dapat consistent yung sustain na binibigay mo, yung protection mo bago lumaban, nandoon. And Lonesome, naka-free hit din siya, 41%. Kitang-kita mo naman yung damage dito. And that win, di ba? Parang hawak na nila eh. And yun yung value ng Elder. Na Elder na nag-snowball into a Baron, and pag nahawakan mo na yung robot, tapos na.
For the majority of the time dito, kung titignan mo yung gold graph, majority of the time, sabihin natin,